Let's see where our little stream is at. Hopefully it isn't too far away. Hopefully. Let's see here. Twitch. I'll be out here. Cause F1. That one. And that one. Right, so the stream's up. The audio is working as it should, and there's a 30-second ad. That's fantastic. But I think, just based off those 2 seconds of the stream, I think everything is working as it should, which is fantastic. Get everything up that we need. There we are. So hello everyone, and welcome to the 24th round of the AM1 Championship here on Contest of Speed. I'm Lane Everingham, your commentator for this event. We're back, and this time we're at Yas Marina Circuit for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This 3.45 mile, 21 turn circuit was created in 2009. And since then it's become a near permanent spot as the final round of any modern Formula One calendar. The Tilkedrome has 2 DRS zones that lead into turn 8 and the now non-existent turn 11. And that's basically it in terms of overtaking spots. The rest of the circuit, except for maybe turn 5, doesn't really lend itself to overtaking. What it does lean into is drama. The high-speed bends of 2, 3 and 4 have been the scene of drivers losing control and crashing into the barrier. Turn 19, the corner after the hotel, has also been the scene of some dramatic moments in both real and the virtual world. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And as a result, safety cars tend to be fairly common here. And that's basically it. Abu Dhabi isn't very noteworthy, like almost any other Tilkedrome, really. We can have some good races here, but we can also have some quite boring ones too. One positive is that we have dry conditions in all sessions. Obviously, we're in the Middle East, so hopefully we do get to see some entertaining stuff out here today. Not much in terms of news to go through. Only a couple of penalty points handed out for incorrectly pressing X before the formation lap. The drivers had the opportunity to change their setup. That's down to I think the lobby host or the league coordinator to determine when the timer actually starts. But someone jumped the gun, so they got 2 penalty points as a result. Looking at the Drivers' Championship, the man on screen here, Barmer, is leading on 316 points now. Passassin has fallen to second place on 303. Now, considering whether or not this is the final round, I mean, there's a bit of a debate going on in the AM1 chat to whether or not this is going to be the final round. Barmer's effectively Drivers' Champion. Passassin won't be competing here, obviously, and I don't think he'll be competing in Russia if we do host that round. So Barmer is essentially our Drivers' Champion. And I think he's notified me that he might be starting from the back, so he might not set a lap time here. We'll wait and see. But there is a bit of a fight going on between Cameron, Arba, KD and Andy Wu. Cameron's third on 191 points. He's 17 clear of Arba, who isn't here for tonight. We got Profodes, the man who finished second last week in Saudi Arabia. He's in the AlphaTauri replacing Arba. We have KD in 5th place on 170 points in the Alfa Romeo, and Andy Wu in the McLaren on 168. So it's a pretty tight fight between those 4. They're pretty close to one another. Nicholas Latifi is 7th, followed by Aaron Carey in 8th. Kitten Petton 9th, and P-Dog Payton completes the 10. In the Constructors, it's a pretty tight battle between Aston Martin and Mercedes still. Mercedes are leading on 508, followed by Aston Martin on 487. So 21 points separating the 2 teams. Now, depending whether or not we race next week, if Aston Martin outscore Mercedes by 22 points or more tonight, they'll become Constructors' Champions. If they don't, Mercedes becomes Constructors' Champions. It's a very simple process. And you can see as well the sheer quality of the 2 teams. You've got Barmer and Cameron in the Mercedes, And we got Nicholas Latifi, and I believe Pure Blades is a reserve driver filling in that empty seat. It'll be interesting to see how he fares here in Abu Dhabi. It's very much on in the constructors. It's pretty close between McLaren and Alfa Romeo. They're only 6 points apart. And a further 16 points back is AlphaTauri. Then Ferrari and P5 leading by 1 point over Haas, who are in... Sorry, Ferrari and P6 and Haas P7. So they're battling it out for 6th place in the constructors. Followed by Alpine, Williams... Oh, sorry, Red Bull, then Williams at the bottom of the table. That's pretty much it in terms of news. Not much to get through. We can now focus on qualifying. Hopefully this will be pretty good. Abu Dhabi, it can be a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to qualifying. As much as it is a mixed bag for the races, as there's yellow flags dotted about the circuit at the moment, with drivers going slowly. Aaron Carey here had a bit of a moment there at turn 20. He makes his way around 21 to complete his flying lap. He's done this on the medium compound tyre. He goes slowest with a 38.4. He appears to be attacking still, so he might be on a second flying lap. He's exiting turn 1. Around turn 2, into the long right-hand sweeper of 3, now into turn 4. Now heading up to turns 5, 6 and 7. This section no longer exists in real life. This is all just one simple hairpin now, which is a great thing to hear, because that section, for me as a driver anyway, I hate that section. It's a terrible section of racetrack. You can't really battle too much through there, and it's slow and cumbersome. And that turn 7 hairpin is a nightmare. Into the hairpin of turn 8, arguably the best overtaking spot on the circuit. Second gear. And around turn 9 in third gear. Gets a nice exit there. He'll open DRS at turn 10. And he'll barrel his way towards the other heavy braking zone of turn 11. As Profodes gets well out of the way there. This section no longer exists as well. This is now all one big sweeper, which is not a bad thing. I mean, turn 11 isn't exactly an overtaking spot anymore in real life, but that section is quite cumbersome to get through, as you saw there with Aaron invalidating his lap. Oh, and he's just gone one better. He's put the car into the wall. Oh, dear. Well, fortunately, he's not out of qualifying. Well, he steps out there. Back end steps out just a little bit. Cameron getting ready. Yeah. I could say with absolute confidence, this is one of my least favourite racetracks on any motorsport calendar. I despise this circuit. I despise its existence. It's just the unfortunate nature of business in motor racing that we're going to have to race here for some time. But the track changes have they sweeten the track a little bit for me personally. I think it has better flow with the simplification of the racetrack. Yeah, you can see here with Nicholas coming up to this section, like with a normal banks. Well, is it banked? I don't think it's banked sweeper. It might be a little bit banked, I'm not sure. But the big sweeper that's there now, at this half of the racetrack, it doesn't have a particularly big braking zone, so you can't really make big sends down the inside. You can't make big dive bombs. But it can still promote some side-by-side racing. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the new layout in 2022. Well, in F1 2022. And Nicholas here is going to go back into the pit lane. I thought he might have had another crack there at a flying lap. Cam has just gone purple to the first sector. He's making his way around the cumbersome hairpin of turn 7. He's heading down the long straightaway, at least towards turn 8. He opens DRS. Shifts it into top gear. 310, 315, 316, 317. 319 kilometers an hour into the braking zone at turn 8. So you're entering in at quite high speed. It's a nice big braking zone. Really does promote those sort of big sends down the inside. Oh, why, thank you, Kizimpeta. No, it's been a nice season of commentary. Nice season of racing. I've certainly enjoyed it. And it's good to see as well we have 17 cars for this race. So it's a nice, healthy field. It's not a full field, but it's a very, very healthy field. So hopefully we can end this season with a good race. A lot of positivity. Exiting turn 19 comes Cam, where we saw Nicholas infamously bin it last year. That incident ultimately dictated the whole championship for 2021 as Cam crosses the line to do a 36.6. You should have seen some of the social media comments after it towards Nicholas. Nicholas had to make a statement about it. Just all the toxicity he was given about that incident that he created at turn 19. It's unbelievable, really, what social media will do. What some people are like. It's morally wrong. Oh, as Wingett has retired, he's crashed down. Where is he? Oh, there he is. So he's lost control at turn 3. He's put it into the wall, I'm guessing. Oh, there's a McLaren coming up to it. Hello, Andy. There he is there on the side. Poor fella. Well, he'll be starting, well, the best he can hope for is P10, but we still have a few drivers to set times, though I'm pretty sure some drivers just won't set any. Oh, why, thank you. Electric Blade. Just saw your comment then. That's a very nice thing to say. No, this is just something I enjoy doing. Always try and give 100%. Always try and be enthusiastic about the races. Tends to make it more enjoyable when the commentator's in a good mood. Trying to point out everything that I can possibly point out. As Andy's coming around turn 14. Around turn 15 and 16 into the tricky turn 17. Very tricky braking zone. The corner is a lot tighter than what the track map suggests. Like, it says it's a 90-degree corner. I reckon it's about maybe an 80-degree corner. It's very sharp. It's a very tight turn. As Andy ducks back into the pit lane here. Now, I have seen on a few occasions, rather embarrassingly, just drivers going head-on into the pit lane entry tyre barrier. I've seen it once or twice. Almost did it once myself as a driver, so I'm not guilty from it. I'm almost guilty of it. As KD will make his way around the final corner, turn 21. Nice and gentle on the power. He'll cross the line to better his previous best to set a 1 minute 35.069. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Kitten Petter is fairly even Steven in the middle sector. See if he can nail this final one. Only 2 corners remain. 5th gear, chucks it in. Nicely done there. Around the final corner, turn 21. Short shifts to 4th as the back end steps out. Crosses the line to do a 35.6. He doesn't improve. Yeah. But he only just missed out on improving by about half a tenth of a second, I think. Anyway's in the pit lane. Preferred's on a flying lap. He's a 10th up in the middle sector, I believe. That's what the little timer said there in the top right, as Nicholas Latifi jumps up to 4th place. He's only 400ths behind Kitten Petter in P3. I think Preferred's... Oh, I thought he might join the top 5, but no, he's ducked back into pit lane. That's what he's done. Express has invalidated his lap. Matty Robbo starting a flying lap, heading down towards turn 1. We might see some carnage here on the opening lap. It's quite a... corner's a bit faster than what some may imagine. It's not exactly an overtaking spot. It's not a big braking zone. You brake at about... I think it's at about the 50-meter board. You chuck it in 4th gear. So when you got cars going side by side through turn 1, it tends to be quite intense. If there's any sort of contact, it can turn quite nasty. And then you've got the following 3 corners of turns 2, 3, and 4. And if you've got drivers going side by side through there, ooh, it gets pretty nasty if they're not careful. As Matty exits turn 9. Come around turn 10, open DRS. Put into top gear eventually. There we go. Coming up to turn 11 at 312 kilometers an hour. Brings it down to second gear for this chicane-like complex. And around turn 14, yeeting it over the curb there on the inside. Now around turn 17, you'll go underneath this changing colour hotel that is supposed to be the signature part of the racetrack. You know that a racetrack isn't particularly good if the signature part of it is a building that goes on top of the racetrack. As Matty Robbo crosses the line to do a 38.7. So he jumps inside the top 10. So both Williams inside the 10. Oh, he's just been pushed out. He jumped up. Oh, it's Aaron. Hello, Aaron. You're third fastest with a 35.481. Bit of banter going on in the Twitch chat there between Kit and Petter and Electric Blade. As Dream here is exiting turn 7. Yet to set a lap time. He's got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock, so there isn't a lot of time to try and set a flying lap. But he does have enough to set at least one. He's coming around turn 8, nice and easy. Around turn 9, keeping it in second. That's interesting to see. A few drivers that I've seen do flying laps, they tend to shift it up into third gear in between turns 8 and 9. Instead with Dream, he keeps it in second. One benefit of that is that he gets extra rotation mid-corner. A deficit is he will struggle to get the power down on the exit. See how he fares here in the last sector. Around turn 17, second gear. He's in the full width of the circuit. Round 18 and 19. Nice and steady. Oh, he almost lost it there. Around turn 20. Oh, he's almost lost it there too. As Electric Blade retires in the pit lane, I think. Dream crosses the line to go slowest with a 38.1, but he still has enough time to set one more flying lap. Oh, but he's just gone wide at turn 1. Oh boy. Alright, Andy, he's making his way around turns 8 and 9. He's heading around turn 10 now. He'll open DRS and he's coming up to the middle sector split. What does the clock say for the McLaren driver? It says he's down by almost a tenth. Oh, and he's made a mistake through 11 as well. So he's backed out of this lap. He's got 30 seconds on the clock. It's going to be tight, but I think he'll make it. I think. Oh, it's going to be awfully close. KD is down in the first sector. He's making his way around turn 7. Now, this is something that KD does on any racetrack. He tends to use higher gears compared to his rivals. You could see there through turn 7, instead of using second or even first gear, he uses third around the hairpin. So he doesn't get that mid-corner rotation, but he gets great drive out of corners. You can see there third gear coming out of turn 9. A bit of understeer though. Fortunately, he doesn't invalidate his lap. He's heading up to the middle sector split now. Does he improve? No, he's down by 3/10. I don't think he'll be improving. Exiting turn 7 is Andy Wu, currently in second place. He needs to improve by 2.5 tenths if he wants pole position. His teammate Kitten Petter is up by 1.5 in the first sector, but he's lost a tenth in the middle sector. Nicholas, he's making his way through the middle sector as well, around turns 8 and then 9. Alright, what does the middle sector say for Andy? Has he found any time? Here we go. He's found a 1.5. That's good. He needs to find another 10th though. Around turn 13. Oh, and he invalidates at the exit of 13. Oh, you're kidding. Just a teeny weeny mistake, nothing major, but Kitten Petter crosses the line, misses out on P3 by, what's that, 5,000ths of a second? Bugger all time. Profodes is coming around the final corner. He'll cross the line to go to P5, improving by almost 4/10 of a second, setting a 1 minute 35.524. And Nicholas is going back into the pits in a rather dramatic fashion. And that's the end of his qualifying. So it's KD 1997 on pole position here tonight in Abu Dhabi, setting a 1 minute 35.069. I'm sure you'll agree it's a very nice lap time. Andy Wu will line up alongside him on the front row in second place with a 1 minute 35.304. He could have taken pole position if he didn't make that tiny mistake at the exit of 13. He will be kicking himself. I certainly would be if I was in his position. Aaron Carey will start P3, followed by Kitten Petter, then Profodes in P5. Nicholas Latifi P6, and Elio with P7. Matty Robbo P8, Cam Tizzle P9, and Express rounds out the top 10. Oh, and Matt, he did that time on the medium compound tyre, so he's the only driver inside the top 10 who will start on the mediums tonight. Bursey P11, followed by Electric Blade in P12, Pure Blades in P13, Dream P14, Wing It in P15, then the two Mercedes-Benzes not setting a lap time. They all start P16 and 17 on the grid. Unlucky Electric Blade. Only a 10th off. But at least you'll get to start on fresh tyres. That will be the little benefit you'll get starting outside the top 10. Now, nobody press X early. Otherwise, you'll get penalty points. Just wait until whoever is supposed to do it does it. So don't jump the gun. Now, oh goodness, it's been a while since I've done a race at Abu Dhabi. I think the strategy is something like... Is it medium hards here? Medium softs the ideal? Like I said, I haven't done a race here in ages. And typically when you do a race here, safety cars tend to play a pretty big factor. And that always scrambles up any preset strategy. So... we could dabble about with strategy, but there's bound to be a safety car, and that always shakes things up. So you could start on almost any tyre. You just need a bit of luck with the safety cars to come out at the right time. Yeah, quite right, Vermeer. Where did that P4 come from Kitten Petter? It's either he's not drunk at all, or he's so drunk now he's driving quickly. Who knows? With Kitten Petter. I suppose he could clarify that himself. Oh, that's a lie, Kitten Petter, surely. Never drink. You've never driven drunk on an F1 league race. I don't know. I don't know about that. But you did have a beer prior to this. Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe it's a sign. Alrighty. Who's starting on what? Okay. Got a few more on the softs than I anticipated. Driving under the influence there. That's right, Gibby. That's right. Right. Top 7. Starting on the soft compound tyre. You can see that there. Then you got Mr. Robbo here starting on those lovely Pirelli medium compound tyres. Got his teammate Cam down there in P9. There is polystyrene just flying all over the place as someone took out a sponsor board. Poor sponsor board. Express completes the top 10. He's on the soft compound tyre as well. Thursday P11 starting on fresh soft compound tyres, then Electric Blade and P12 on the mediums. Pure Blades is P13 on the mediums, same with Dream in P14. Wing It and Barmer in P15 and 16 are starting on the soft tyre, and Cameron from the back is starting on the mediums. There's the predicted tyre stop strategy. But he's starting on the mediums, and and the predicted tyre stop shows it on the soft tyre. What? Thanks, AWS. That's actually realistic. The AWS graphic giving me useless information. Well, according to that, it's a two-stop. Is it a two-stop? I would have thought the pit lane would be awfully long around here. Alrighty. Just be waiting on Cameron with his Senna-inspired helmet to line up into his grid slot, and we can get this thing underway. 17 cars here tonight, which is a great thing to see. A very healthy field. Very healthy, very competitive field as well. But here we go. We got 10 red lights. And we are underway here in Abu Dhabi. KD gets a half-decent start, but so does Andy Wu. He draws alongside. He overtakes the Alfa Romeo, but KD's having none of it. He swoops around the outside of turn 1. Andy down the inside of turn 2 takes the lead. Around turn 3, into turn 4. Can KD do anything? I don't think he can. Yellow flags that are out. It's Wing It, who has lost it at turns 2 and 3. Through this tight chicane we go towards the hairpin of turn 7. And Williams running wide. Oh, and Matty Wobbo looking down the inside there of Elliott. They're side by side at the exit of turn 7. They head down the long straightaway for the first time in race conditions. Can Bursey take P9? He's got it at the moment. See what happens here into the hairpin. Cam has that inside line. He's trying to get the position back. Around turn 9, Bursey with the inside line keeps P9. Barmer is up to P11 already. He's on the back of Cam here as they head down towards turn 11. Down to the heavy braking zone they go. Matty looking down the inside as Cam looked down the inside briefly at Barmer there. Around turn 14 as Express spins. He spins at turn 13. There's a slow Mercedes. That must be Cameron. Losing a little bit of time there. Not a great deal, just a little bit. Leaders are exiting the hotel section, making their way around the final 2 corners on the racetrack. So it's Andy Wu in the lead. A fine start from the McLaren driver. He was able to draw alongside KD as, oh, dearie me, a few retirements. Matty and Bursey have come together at the final corner. How have they done this? We have a safety car. Let's see here. I'm guessing Bursey spun right in front of Matty, and Matty's crashed into him. That's my only guess. Because Bursey's backwards. You could see that there. So I'm guessing he might have lost it on the turn 20 curve, the penultimate corner. Spun in front of Matty Robbo. They both collide, and as a result, they're both out of the race. Now, I'm pretty sure Vermouth put in a prediction that Bursey was going to be one of the retirements for tonight. So I think he's got that. Did he put down Matty Robbo as well? I'll find out. Hang on. No, you didn't. So DNFs you predicted were going to be Barmer, Kittepetter and Bursey. Well, you got one of them. It happened on the opening lap. So Bursey, if you're watching this, the reason why you spun isn't because of any curve or anything of the like. It's because of Vermouth. It's his fault. Yes. Oh no. Sorry, Matty. But everyone has an opening lap retirement in their driving career. I had one recently at Imola. My teammate had shocking internet connection. He was jumping all over the place during qualifying. And unfortunately for me, I qualified behind him. Like literally right behind him as Andy and Nicholas pit for fresh rubber. And we started the race and he was lagging so badly, he briefly went off the racetrack at the left-hand kink before Tamburello. And he lagged back on when I was alongside him. And he teleported me to the Shadow Realm. And I retired on the first lap. Oh, they both spun. Oh. Interesting. I thought maybe it was only Bersy who spun, because he was backwards when I looked at a few onboards. Bersy was backwards and Matty was facing the right way, so if they both spun, yeah, that's really unfortunate. But very easily done. That turn 20 curb is a nightmare. Got this big sausage curb on the outside. You dare touch it. Ugh. It's not nice. It's not nice at all. My predictions kill people. Well, there you go. I think it's a good idea then for Moo. You might want to keep your predictions to yourself. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of angry people on the back of you. Oh, it's bad omens for Kitten Petter and Barmer then, isn't it? Yeah, the exit curve. Yeah. I figured as much. It's a horrible sausage curve. Right on the outside. Absolutely horrible. Now, almost all of the cars have caught up. Will the safety car duck in this lap, or will we do one more? Hopefully it's not a late pull away from the safety car, as Blades has spun. I saw that green dot station area. Oh, he's missing a front wing too. Oh, maybe he did the thing that I did when I last league raced here. I spun in that section, that port section before the hotel. Just the back end could go away from you through there if you're not careful. And I think Blades just did that. I'm not sure. But yeah, going through those double rights that lead into that very sharp right, the back end isn't totally stable. As Pure Blades, he puts on an old set of mediums, I think, 2 lap old set of mediums. Got a bit of catching up to do. Gave him a podium last week, so it's even Steven, is that what you're saying? He got a podium last week, he gets a DNF on the first lap this week. Is that the deal? Poor Bersy. Poor Matty Robbo. You never want to see an opening lap crash, but they do happen. Oh, hello. Why is there overtaking? Preferred is now into 4th place. Is he? Or did Elliot overtake him? Or something? I don't know. Gonna have to probably check the stream for that. Yeah. There's a bit of overtaking going on. Something you don't want to see under safety car conditions. Because it can break the race a little bit. Drivers holding each other up, trying to let other drivers through. Now, we're in the middle of the final sector, and the Blades hasn't completely caught up yet. We might get a late pull away from the safety car here. Just the leaders need to be prepared, because the safety car could duck in right now, last second. Yeah, there it goes. So the leaders aren't going to be given a hell of a lot of time to try and control the field and allow the safety car to go back into the pit lane. There it goes there. So KD's just going to have to be nice and steady. Yeah, nice and easy around the final corner. And then he'll go. I reckon the game was controlling him a little bit there as well.
Aaron is right behind. We're now back on the green flag racing. It is rather unfortunate that the game does that. The safety car pulls in so late. Around turn 3 come the leaders. Aaron's applying pressure, but I don't think he's close enough to really send it here into 5. No, he's not. Through the chicane, towards the hairpin of turn 7. Wingard overtaking Cam. That was for P11. Now down this long straightaway towards turn 8. Cam has overtaken Cam. They're side by side. They're wheel to wheel as they head towards turn 8. Cameron's retaken 12th with the raw power of that Mercedes-Benz as Barmer's overtaken Elliott. Down the inside he goes. He gets it done. Nice and easy. Seems that Nicholas Latifi has overtaken Andy as well. That's for P9. And here comes Nicholas. He's got a lot of speed underneath him. Down the inside of turn 11, he gets that done. He's into P8. Solid effort. Around turn 14. They head around this port section towards the hotel. Barmer on the back of Profodes here. Elliott just behind. As Cameron overtakes Wingard, Express has overtaken Cam Tizzle, and Andy Wu has overtaken Dream. A lot of overtaking. Oh, but yeah, you can see that orange sausage curve. That is a total nightmare at the best of times. Heading down the main straightaway towards turn 1. Barmer's right on the back here. But you can't do much here at turn 1. You just got to be patient. Cameron's overtaken Dream. Dream runs wide. There's Wingard just behind as well in the Ferrari. Look at him close in. And that is Aaron Carey spinning out at turn 3. The exit of turn 3 to be exact. And he plummets down to 15th place. Oh dear. Wingard looking down the inside here. This is actually solid camera work from the game, giving me this helicopter shot. Look at that. Perfect Cody. Well done, Codemaster. That is a perfect camera shot for that particular move. Magnificent. As Barmer's looking down the inside here. Oh, and he spins! They make contact and the Mercedes spins. He falls all the way down to 12th place. He's currently got Express right in front of him. There's Cam just behind. But how about that? Profodes and Barmer. A bit of contact. Sent him into a spin. Through the chicane. Have to be nice and careful through here. Very easy to make a mistake. Cameron, Nicholas fairly close together. Around turn 17. Lovely camera angle here. Looking over the racetrack as Express and Barmer are currently scrapping. Barmer gets back in front. He's into P11. DRS is now enabled. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead in a DRS zone, as the great Jeff would say. Round turn 2. Then turn 3. Very tight battle pack here. About 4 cars or so. Around turn 5 into 6. And around the critical hairpin of turn 7. As Nicholas gets by Elliott down the inside at turn 7. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy on the exit, but that's okay, that's racing. You get that every now and then. Sector 2 yellow flags, that is Express who has spun out at turn 7. Cameron's looking down the inside of the Alfa Romeo here at turn 8. Sends it in deep. Oh, and he almost hits the Aston Martin there at the apex of turn 8. Oh, but he hit the Alfa Romeo and Mercedes hit at turn 9. And Andy Wu capitalizes on it and moves himself into 7th place. Oh, here comes Nicholas around the outside of Electric Blade. He'll have the inside line for 11. And he gets it done at 12. Good job there from Nicholas. Good driving. Very respectful from Electric Blade as well, allowing for some room in order for the overtake to actually happen. Underneath the hotel. Cameron's on the back of the Haas. Oh, they get awfully close to that wall. Don't want to stray too close. Down towards the final corner. Cameron sending it Oh, and he's lost the back end. Oh, but he catches it well. Here comes Andy. Closes in, not by enough though. Try and attack the Mercedes-Benz. KD is in the pits, spinning. Oh dear, making a mistake at turn 1. He spins out, tumbles down through the order, and there's Pure Blades getting by as well. I think he had a bit of a moment at turn 1 as well. See that Aston Martin was very sideways on the exit. Oh dear. Now KD comes out in 13th place, a long way behind the leaders. I'm guessing he's going to try and go to the end on those tyres as well. A fair bit of driving, I don't think it's impossible. Exiting turn 9. Around turn 10. These fellas so close to one another as Profodes goes into the lead, overtaking Kittenpetter at turn 11. Through the chicane. Around turn 14. Nicholas is awfully close here to Kitten. Coming underneath the hotel now. Really can't do too much through this section. You saw there from Cameron, he tried to make an overtake happen into the final corner. He ultimately paid the price. The mistake into the following turn at turn 1. So through that third sector, you really can't do anything other than just follow the car in front and try and not make any mistakes. Around turn 2, around turn 3. There's your leader. Followed by Kittenpetter and Nicholas on the medium compound tyre. I reckon Nicholas as well as Andy, they're going to try and go to the end on these tyres as Cameron has spun. There he is there. Now down in P13. Done a lovely donut there. Nicholas, he is there. He is looking down the inside. Oh, and he cuts in front, so he gets him before the braking zone. So that Aston Martin, it's got good straight line speed. Exiting turn 9. Around turn 10. Here comes the Aston with all its straight line speed. Look at that overspeed. Profodes can do nothing as Nicholas Latifi takes the lead. Now Profodes will be getting pretty close to that pit window, I imagine. Coming down towards the hotel section. Losing a little bit of ground to Nicholas. There's your leader. Profodes, Kittenpetter, Andy, Electric Blade, all really close to one another. The Bombers are further 2 seconds back into the pits. Goes Profodes. So he'll be pitting onto the mediums as Kittenpetter has a bit of a slide at the exit of the final corner. And he lets his teammate through. That's very, very generous of him to do it like that, just to open the door for his teammate. As KD sets a new fastest lap, Cameron gets a penalty. Electric Blade, he's working on Kittenpetter. The two make contact there at turn 6. Blade going into the back of Petter as we have a spinning Aston. It's Pure Blades. He's now back on the racetrack, pointing the right way, but he's down in 11th. There's KD. 5.5 seconds behind Dream here in P9 and Cam in P8. These two had a bit of a scrap, I saw, at turns 11, 12 and 13. They were changing places and a few... they were changing places constantly through that section. See here, Dream closing in. He's half a second back. I think he's a bit too far back. Trying to attack, yes. He is too far back. The battle between these two is definitely not over. Towards the hotel section, there's Andy. Kittenpetter is still in 3rd place. Then Electric Blade in 4th. Barmer has caught up well and truly. He's in P5. Profodes has overtaken Pure Blades. That was for P11. And Petr stays out another lap. This is helping out Andy tremendously. Keeping Electric Blade and Barmer behind. Elliot is into the pits. He'll be putting on a set of medium compound tyres. Exiting turn 3, down through turn 4. None of these guys are quite close enough to battle just yet. Though, Kitten Petr, I don't think he'll have DRS! No, he definitely won't! Not with that mistake. Oh my goodness me. He lost the back end at turn 6. He's now down into P4. There's Blade with DRS. Kitten Petr has none. And there goes Barmer into 4. Not much Kitten Petr can do, really. That's Cameron, I think, bringing out yellow flag. It's either Cameron or Aaron, I'm not sure. Side by side here at turn 8. As Dream takes P7, Cam, though, will have DRS. And he's got a great run out of turn 9. Down towards 11. Look at this lovely aerial shot here. Looking over the racetrack. Cam closes in. He's looking to the inside at turn 11. He sends it. They're side by side. Through turn 11, 12. And then no, sorry, that was 12 and 13. Then 14. It's a problem with the track with too many corners. It is a bit difficult to remember which one's which. Around turn 17. Then 18 and 19. There's Wingit. Hello, Wingit. And there's Dream and Cam in P7 and 8. Just behind. So there's a few ding-dong battles going on up and down the field. Aaron is closing in on Cameron here as they head around 17. Oh, Aaron looking left and right. He looks to the inside here, and Cameron just left the door wide open, didn't bother fighting him, which is only fair. Cameron is going to duck into pit lane. Nicholas, minding his own business out in front. He's got a 2-second lead over Andy here. It's another 2 seconds back to Electric Blade, and there's Barmer. Oh, I thought he was going to have a go, but he's going to wait patiently. Might have a go here. See, using up a fair bit of overtake. He'll have a tremendous amount of overspeed as Cam overtakes Dream, and Barmer, looking round the outside, moves himself into 3rd place. Nice move there from Barmer. Nice bit of cooperation as well from Blade. Cam, oh, he runs wide. Cuts turn 12 and Dream gets through. And there's KD. Hello, KD. You're right there. And he would want to get by ASAP. Around the port section. Towards 17. Will KD send it? Oh, I reckon he thought about it. As Cam runs a tad bit wide, KD's all over the back of him. Underneath the hotel, around turn 19. Heading towards 20 and 21. KD is close as Barmer pits, as Kitten Petr pits as well. Around the final corner, onto the main straight. No DRS here to help out KD. Not that he needs it though, he's got plenty of speed, but again, he doesn't look to the inside. He doesn't go down the inside, I should say. He did look, but he didn't commit to it. Down towards turn 5. Just see how quick KD is. He's got all this speed, but just because of the nature of the racetrack, he just can't do anything until now. As Express has crashed out at the penultimate corner. We have a virtual safety car that's turned into a safety car. There he is there. So lost the back end, probably in a similar fashion to a Robbo and Bersey. There's Cameron moving by as well. Poor Express. So that's our 3rd retirement and our 2nd safety car. There is the Aston Martin safety car. Has a green light on top of its roof. So that means you have to pass the safety car. That's what the green light means. Pass the safety car, well done. I'm often surprised how many people don't know that. You see a green light on top of the safety car, you pass it. If it's a yellow light, you don't pass it. Fairly simple. Nicholas going into the pits. Andy following. As Elliott gets a drive-through for speeding. Oh dear. Electric Blade is in. Wing It is in. Cam will likely do the same. Now those fellas, some of them will be able to pit onto a second set of mediums like Nicholas and Andy. But I think Electric Blade, he'll have to pit onto a set of hards to go to the end without pitting again. He's gone on to softs. Actually, it'll be a bit of a stretch, but I think they might be able to do it. KD onto another set of mediums. Profodes is the same. Kitson-Peta stays out because he's already on fresh rubber. And he'll come out in P7, Kitson. So, not bad at all. Dream is down in 10th place. There's Profodes in 11th. We have some fresh tyres at the ready for Aaron here. He's going to bolt on a set of soft compound tyres. It will be a bit of a stretch, but I suppose when you consider we'll be doing 2, maybe 3 laps under the safety car, the tyres should be able to make it. Additionally, the cars will be significantly lighter with less fuel. So that's less weight for the tyres to lug around. That means less tyre wear. Very simple. And Pure Blade, he's on a set of softs. So 4 drivers on soft tyres, the rest are on mediums. So basic arithmetic will tell you it's a 10-4 split. It'll be interesting to see who's made the right call. Probably get rid of the interval for now. And we'll have a look at position changes because I think this is fairly genuine where everyone is. I think everyone can try and make it to the end. Whether or not they're successful in making it is another question altogether. But looking at the position change, Nicholas is up 5. Andy, after qualifying second, is still second. An Electric Blade up 9, Elliott up 4, but he's going to tumble down to 14th when we go back under green flag racing. He has a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Barmer, from starting from the back, is up 11 positions, up to P5. Wing It up 9. That's a really good performance from him too. Kitson-Peta down 3, but he's on fresh rubber, so he has the opportunity to claw his way towards the front. Cam up a position in P8. KD from starting on pole is down in 9th, but never count him out. He's a very quick driver, and he proved that in qualifying. Dream here, P10, started from 14th up to 10th. Fode's down 6, but similar to KD, don't count him out. Same with Aaron when he catches up, and Cameron in P13. He'll just be waiting on Blades here, and he's going back into the pits. Interesting. And he will more than likely put on a set of medium compound tyres, I would think. No, it's another set of softs. I suppose fair enough. You might as well do something like that. You're at the back. You have soft tyres on the car. You might as well put on another set of softs. So that way you have slightly fresh... Turn off your pit limiter. There we go. I think, yeah, his pit limiter still on. Alright. And you can see there with Pens, Cameron... Oh, okay. That was close. Cameron has 3 seconds. Dream has 6. And you can see there. Elliott. Drive-through penalty. Poor fella. He's up in P4, which is great. And these fellas and McLaren are in a constructors battle. So this is going to be a fairly big blow for the Italian/Swiss outfit, as the safety car is in this lap. So it's not even going to wait for Pure Blades. Really? Interesting. We'll keep it on penalties. We don't need the tyre graphic. Blades is the last place virgin. Oh. Eat the cookie. That is a great username, by the way. Well, Blade, so he's currently 3 places in front of Matty. He's 2 places in front of Bursey. So he's not quite last. He's just last of those who are still left. And if we keep having retirements, he might be able to score some points. Around the final corner we go as Elliott goes into the pit lane. I think he will be able to serve a drive-through. I think, as Aaron gets a 5-second time penalty for a quote-unquote severe collision with Profodes. Exiting turn 1, around turn 2. Oh, Aaron's actually spun, so that's a significant collision then. Typically, when you see those kinds of penalties, they tend to be jokes, but I think that might be a more legitimate one. And Aaron will have to go into the pits to get his front wing fixed too, so he might have to serve that. But Nicholas hasn't been able to break away from the pack. Andy is still right there in second place. And Blade, Electric Blade in P3, he's on soft compound tyres, so he'll be awfully quick here. In the first few laps after the restart. Around turn 9, look at him close in the braking zone at turn 8. He was right on the back of the gearbox of Andy Wu's McLaren. Nice aerial shot here, looking towards the cars heading towards turn 11. Through they go. All of them line astern. You really can't do much here. You're essentially stuck for a little bit until DRS is turned on. Unless you're feeling a bit gamey. Try and make a send into maybe here at 17 or maybe the final corner of turn 21. Like we saw Cameron do, or try to do a few laps ago. Around turn 20. Oh, it's Blade almost loses it there. I thought I saw that Haas run onto the sausage curb on the outside. He most certainly did. I reckon he used all his talent to try and save that thing. He was very sideways as Profodes overtakes Dream for P11. Oh, sorry, no. Dream has actually gone into the pits. That's one of the really horrible things about the penalty graphic. It doesn't give you a pit graphic like you can see there. Elliott is in the pits too. So maybe he wasn't able to serve that drive-through. He has served it now. There's your leaders. Andy from Blade. P2 and 3. Blade hasn't been able to make as much time as I thought he could on those tyres. Maybe just give it a bit till the tyres properly come up to temperature. We might see him close in. Barmer's on the back of him as Cameron overtakes Cameron for P8. Through they go. KD and P7 on the back of Kit and Petter. Heading around the port section. So the gap between KD and Cameron, 1.4. Cameron would like that gap to close up so he could have DRS. Otherwise, the train in front will just break away and drive off into the distance. Heading around the final corner. KD is right on the back of Kit and Petter, who again has a little moment at the final corner. DRS is now enabled. Round turn 1 is Profodes sets a new fastest lap with a 37.6. Oh, had a lot of understeer there at turn 2. And less so at turn 3. Well within half a second of Kit and Petter. Round turn 6, short shifting there. Using second gear. And then short shifting. So we didn't see him do this in qualifying, but he does it in the race. Try and get that extra rotation. Wing it. He doesn't have any DRS. Kit and Petter does. He's looking to the inside. Oh, he was awfully close to rear-ending Wing it there. That's fantastic. As Barmer overtakes Electric Blade, I think Kit and Petter is about to do the same here to Wing it. There he goes. Into P5. Nice clean overtake as Andy has overtaken Nicholas. I think Nicholas made a mistake through that chicane section. I think. From that camera angle that I saw, I think he was wide. just a little bit wide. Underneath the hotel. Andy now trying to pull away. Hello, Andy. Hello, Nicholas. Farmer. Blade. It's a bit of a gap between Electric Blade and Kit and Petter. Heading around the final corner, then down the hill. Down a small hill, that is. Sector 3, yellow flags. That is Cam. Oh dear. He's got a missing front wing, I think. Yep. We'll have to pit and get that fit. Really? Game? Seriously? A warning. Is that... whatever. Tie battle here. Three-way battle as Cameron's looking down the inside at 5. KD's having none of it though. And Cameron spins again. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and he spins again. And again. And now he's pointed the right way. And Cameron's not having a fun time with trying to pass people at the moment. Here comes KD. Looking down the inside here at turn 8. He gets the job done. Can Wing It fight back though? He'll have DRS. He gets a great run out of turn 9 too. Round 10, he'll open DRS and look at the overspeed. And KD can't really... Oh, they make contact! Wing It not really judging the distance between himself and KD very well. Oh, as KD tries to fight at turn 11. Now, oh, as Wing It loses the back end and spins. Oh, dear. There goes Preferreds. Here comes Blades. Oh, and Wing It loses it. Oh, dear. Tyres are not too good at the moment on the Ferrari. They'll be properly cooked. Just needs to be careful and not drive too hard. Oh, as Wing It's actually crashed at 17. We have a virtual safety car that's turned into another... That's 3 in a row where we get a virtual that turns itself into a proper safety car. Right. Now, a few drivers will take the opportunity to pit onto the soft tyre. There's Wing It. Oh, he's a long way off. Oof. He's a long, long way off. But that is retirement number 4 from this Grand Prix. We're down to 13. Dream not taking the opportunity to pit. Cameron's on fresh tyres. Pure Blades is on fresh tyres. Same with Preferreds, and they're all fresh, soft compound tyres. There's the safety car waiting on the side of the road. Green light means that you pass it. Ooh, Dream. Where's Cameron? There he is there. So, oh, and Cameron has to slow down. Ooh. Is he trying to let Dream back through? I'm not sure. No, he's not. No, he's not. He might have been managing a delta there. That's why he slowed down rather suddenly. What will the leaders do? Well, I think Blade will pit for fresh tyres. I think he'll take that opportunity. But what do these three do? Do they want track position or do they want fresh tyres? What's their mindset? I suppose there is only one way to find out. They should pit. Preferreds is 22 seconds down the road. Like the top 6, they're in a group of their own. They might as well pit. They won't gain too much track position. Yeah, no, everyone comes in. They should. There's no reason to staying out. Got such a big margin to Preferreds and Pure Blades, you might as well. Soft tyres. Soft tyres. They won't be pitting onto anything else. Oh, do we need a new prediction? Vamu? Is that the thing we need right now? Alright, I'll read it out. New prediction. Electric and KD to DNF. That's from Vamu, by the way. So if either one of those two crash out, they know who to blame. They know full well who to blame. Deary me. Now, I'll be back in a few moments. I need to grab a charging cord because my phone is about to go flat and that's the only way I can read the stream. So I'll be back in a minute or two. unfortunately, we're on the safety car, so we'll have the opportunity to try and do this. There we are. There we are. Get my nice comfy headset on. Now, typically I can wear this headset wireless, but I found out recently, and it's been a fairly recent development, that the headset's been interfering with the Wi-Fi, which is kind of annoying. So I've had to wear this headset wired to the PlayStation, just so then it doesn't interfere anymore. Very infuriating, but, you know, that happens. We're still on the safety car. Everyone's pitted except for Dream and Elliot. They might as well pit. You're going to be at a massive disadvantage on those tyres. Yeah, Dream's coming in. Elliot, you should do the same, honestly. You might as well. I mean, you're not standing to lose much track position. You just might as well. Charging phone only. There we are. That's better. Yeah, you might as well bolt on fresh rubber in this sort of scenario, because you're not standing to gain much track position. You might as well just put on the fresh tyres. By staying on old tyres, old mediums, you're standing to lose track position, as those behind you, well, they'll have the edge on those soft rubber, on those soft tyres. So, might as well pit. By staying out, you only stand to lose, whereas pitting you can gain. There's a chance to gain. Right. 13 cars left, 3 with pens. What are they? 3, 3 and 9. Dream has 9. Ow. That's unfortunate. Everyone's on softs except for Mr. Elliot in P10. And I better have my pen at the ready, because I'm going to have to do some quick math between the Aston team and the Mercedes team. Oh, damn, I'm going to DNF. I'm going to DNF. Damn it. How dare you predict that for me? How dare you cast that over me? Oh, I'm so offended. Oh, I'm so heartbroken. But Andy here controlling the field. Look at them weave left and right, trying to get some sort of temperature into their tyres, and off goes the McLaren. So here we go. We begin lap 23 of 28 as Nicholas begins the new lap sideways. We have 6 laps to go. Through turn 1, then turn 2. Oh, sorry, through turn 2 and then turn 3. Already missed turn 1. As Aaron gets by, he's into P12. Oh, you're telling me to do a prediction? Right. Sorry, I misread that. No, I'd rather not, because commentators' curse is a thing. I'd rather not curse anybody. As Barmer is closing in. Can't close in by enough. Cameron is alongside Blades. They're side by side around turn 8. Heading around turn 9. Can Blades get the switchback? No, he can't. So Cameron is well and truly in 8th place. He's 1 second behind preferred zone. So he's got a bit of work to do to try and catch up. Not impossible, but it is still a little bit of work. There you go. He's in within 1 second now as Cam's trying to hold off Elliot. I think that was. It might have been Cam trying to hold off Aaron, just looking at the intervals. the Haas and the Alfa Romeo are very similar when they're moving at about 150 kilometers an hour. You see the white design and you automatically think either Haas or Alfa Romeo. Down the main straight towards turn 1 we go. KD is close. He's been behind Kitten Petter for a while. He's unable to get by. Petter doing a good job hanging on to his position. KD just really can't do much from this sort of distance. Petter doing all he needs to do. Ooh, very close there at the apex of turn 7. The Fodes has lost a little bit of time. Cameron is now back outside of that 1 second range. Barmer is closing in, but again by not enough. Exiting turn 9, around turn 10. He is closing in. He's very much closing in. Nicholas defends the inside line. Cuts off the Mercedes-Benz at the apex at 11 and keeps P2. But that little bit of defending has cost these two. Oh, as Barmer loses the back end big time. But a great save from our championship leader. I was about to mention those two having that little battle at 11. It collectively lost some time to Andy, as Nicholas gets a 3-second time penalty. So he cut a little bit too much there at turn 20. As a result, he's now got 3 warnings and a 3-second time penalty to boot. Round turn 1. Up towards turn 2, then 3. Electric blades on the back of this as well, as Aaron and Elio would seem to be battling. Oh, around turn 3. Oh, that's always on edge stuff, as Dream's on the back of this too. Looking down the inside as Cam has had a moment at turn 4. There he is there. He is properly backwards. Unlucky. There's your leaders. It's Andy from Nicholas, Barmer, Electric Blade, and Kitten Petter. That's the top 5. Nicholas, he's got his wing mirrors full of Mercedes-Benz as Cam gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. Barmer closing in. Nicholas not really defending too hard. Barmer swoops around the outside. He has the inside line for 12 and he goes into P2, but he's not quite done. As Nicholas gets back by into P2, Barmer just lost the back end almost constantly through that chicane section. Just couldn't put the power down. And as a result, he ran wide at 13 and Nicholas just drove back through. So if he got that back end in check, he would have kept P2, but yeah, just a bit too eager on the gas pedal, it would seem, from our champion-elect. 3 laps to go. Round turn 1. Between these two is 3/10 as Nicholas has a bit of a moment at turn 1. Through turn 3. As Cameron drops down the order. He's made a mistake at turn 1. Cam's missing a front wing as well. That's why he's getting so many penalties. He will more than likely retire from the race. Andy's Love and Life. Out in front. 1.5 second lead as Barmer overtakes Nicholas for P2 as Cameron gets a 3-second time penalty. There's Blade in P4. He could stand to get a podium finish tonight, so long as he doesn't get any penalties himself. Here he comes. Lovely area shot here. We've seen over the course of the race that the Aston Martin of Nicholas Latifi, it's got great straight line speed. Yellow flags are out. That's Cameron slowing down. Aaron Carey has overtaken Pure Blades for P8 as well. And that's probably the best that Aaron can hope for. He's 5.2 seconds back from Profode's P7. Underneath the hotel. Oh, the race isn't over quite just yet for Moo. We've still got 2 laps to go. Running wide there was Barmer at the final corner. Used all of the racetrack and then some. There are the useless pit boards that I don't think anybody uses. Travelling too quickly to read them, and the purple font is really difficult to read on a black background. You really need it to be bright in order to read it. Yeah, I don't think you're the only one, Cam. I think a lot of people hate turns 2 and 3 as KD sends it down the inside of Petter. Forces the McLaren wide. They're side by side heading down the straightaway. Both have DRS, so it's a proper drag race. As Electric Blade moves into 3rd place, the battle is well and truly on for P5. KD has the inside line. He sends it in deep. They make wheel-to-wheel contact as they go around turn 9. Oh, and spinning is Kitten Petter. He has spun. But he gathers it up nicely. He's only lost 2 seconds to the pack in front, but I'm afraid that's his challenge towards the front over as Nicholas retakes 3rd place. Oh, but the 2 make contact and Nicholas spins out. Oh my word. A lot of contact, a lot of spinning over the course of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And Barmer's on the back of Andy. How has he done this? He is well and truly on the back of the McLaren. Around underneath the hotel. Around turn 19. Then through turn 20. He's only 2 tenths behind as we head on to the final lap. And this is a genuine battle for the lead as well. Neither of them have penalties. And Blade could get involved if these 2 really start to scrap it out. Around turn 1. Up towards the S's of 2, 3 and 4. Barmer has to put up with all the dirty air coming off the McLaren, but he's unfazed as he heads towards turn 5. He's not close enough to attack here, but he doesn't want to. He wants to get DRS and slingshot by down the straightaway towards turn 8 as Nicholas Latifi has spun at turn 4 and he's dead stationary. Oh dear. Down the long straight, Barmer. He pulls to the inside and he moves himself into the lead, but it's certainly not over. Can Andy get a run here through turn 8? Through turn 9, the McLaren gets nice drive at the exit of 9. Through 10, he opens DRS. He's going to spend every bit of battery he's got left, and he overtakes Barmer, heading towards turn 11. And there's nothing the Mercedes driver can do. KD, meanwhile, has moved himself into 3rd place. Electric Blade drops to 4th. And they can't really do too much through this section either. Can Barmer send it? He's got very few opportunities to try and make a move. Down towards 17. He sends it to the inside. The 2 make contact. And he's wide. But he has the inside line for 18. But he slots into P2. He's done it. A big dive bomb at turn 17. It puts himself into the lead. A last gasp overtake has worked for Barmer. From 16th place, he will take the checkered flag and win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix by less than half a second. Oh my goodness me. As Pure Blades has crashed. Oh dear. He has crashed at the penultimate turn. So that will make a retirement number 7. From this race, we will only have 10 finishes, so Nicholas will finish in the points. And I think, as well, folks, with Barmer's victory, if we don't have a round in Russia, it will mean Mercedes-Benz are Constructors' Champions for the AM1 Championship. And there we go. Starting from the back, he's come through to finish in first. And he has to accept second place. For now, of course. Might be some stewards' reports after this, who knows. And KD will complete the podium in third. After putting the car on pole, I'm sure that's not the result he wanted. But it's the result he's going to get. Electric Blade just missing out on the podium as well. I think Profode's finished behind them. No, it was Kid and Petter. Oh, of course, Profode's had that penalty. Yes. I was going to say, I think he did cross the line in 5th, but penalties put him back. So Kitampeto finishes in 5th. Aaron Carey, P7, then Elio at P8. That's not bad considering he had a drive-through penalty during that race. Dream in 9th, and Nicholas completes the top 10. Then we have Pure Blades, Cameron and Cam, who are all classified, but they all crashed towards the end, or in these two cases, retiring in the pit lane. Wingit, Express, Bursey and Matty were our other retirements from this race. There we are, starting from 16th. Barma takes the checkered flag here in Yas Marina. Pretty big effort and a pretty big dive bomb in order to take the win on the final lap. And he forced wide the exit, couldn't get the traction down, and Barma got a whole car length in front of the McLaren entering turn 18, and there was nothing Andy could do from that point on. So yeah, I'm sure Andy's wondering what he could have done better, I think, in that scenario. Maybe he could have tried and covered that inside line, maybe drove in the middle of the circuit, make it more difficult for Barma to try and pass down the inside into 17. Yeah, certainly quite a finish to a race. But I think we're stuck on the screen from the looks of things. So I think, folks, I will probably wrap everything up. Oh, not a bad race. Said at the beginning, you can get some half-decent races here. You can also get some boring ones. But I think today it was a good one. I enjoyed it. But yep, with the race finally over, it's time for us to end the stream. Until next time, I've been Lane Everingham. Thank you all so much for watching. And we might see you for round 24, I guess is what we would call it. That would be 25, wouldn't it? This is round 24, so this is... yeah, it's a bit weird with Russia at the moment. This could be the final round of the championship. It all depends on what the drivers want to do next week for Russia, because we ultimately didn't get to do that race. But there are quite a few people who just don't want to do it. They want to end the season now. So, it's either we'll see you next week for the rerun of the Russian Grand Prix, or this is it for the season. In which case, if it is, it's been a pleasure to commentate the AM1 Championship. It's been a lot of fun. Seen plenty of action and drama and some great racing along the way. And I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I hope everyone watching at home have enjoyed this season of racing. But I suppose until next time, whenever that may be, it's goodbye.